All right, today we're going to be looking at how to build the templates that are going to populate inside the routines. Now, the really cool thing about templates inside of the Systems Accelerator Manager is when you use SAM 2.0, these messages, and they're not specifically emails, they're not specifically text messages, are going to be custom to the person receiving them. So what that means is inside their contact, depending what they have as their preferred method of receiving a message, is going to be what it converts into. And so the system can actually manually adjust these to be emails or to be text messages. And so there's some really cool power in this. So this is a really important way for us to understand that we can use these messages. I like to say it's written like you based on the information you have in your account, but it's specifically for them. So let's go ahead and look at how we build these inside of SAM. So over here, we're going to click Template Editor on the left-hand side, and then we're going to go up to New Template. Now, inside of SAM 2.0, there's a couple things that we can do to create this message. Now, if for some reason you wanted to click in here and you had a good idea of what you wanted to write, excellent. Now, oftentimes, agents will make this critical mistake. They're going to write a message. It's going to take 3 minutes to write, but then they're going to write it again and again and again. And all of a sudden you realize you've written the same message 10 times, took 3 minutes. That's 30 minutes of your week gone on one single email. And this is exactly the power in finding these systems and using AI to help us overcome these obstacles. Because when we start to steal back our time in those little 3-minute increments, we're going to start to find more room. With this one example, if you play it out through the course of a year, this 30 minutes a week, it comes up to something close to 40 hours. That's an entire work week. That's your vacation week. That's your week with your friends. And that's exactly where it goes. That's the week that you could have been building your business, right? And so we are going to work to start stealing back that time. And it starts with building out the messages inside of the Systems Accelerator Manager. So step one would be to just write the message. Now, for this specific post-sale world-class client experience routine, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the very first one, and it's light bulbs, right? So we need to build out a message that we can send. It needs to be a little bit generic, but we're going to send it to help encourage this past client to change their light bulbs. What it's going to do is it's going to be used as a service. Not only are we reaching out to them, not only are we giving them the thing that they need, probably just right before they need it, but then we're giving them an easy way to acquire it. So now you're solving problems left and right. And this is going to be the true power of this post-sale. So if you had a message you wanted to write, you could go ahead and write it right here. If you want to, over here, you can use merge fields. I know I get on these little tangents about merge fields, but merge fields are sometimes valuable. It's just not creating a custom email, but they do have some value. For example, you could go contact first name. That's going to be the person receiving it. And so then it would have their name. And in this case, if it was for me, it would say Cody, right? So we can do some things like that. Or we can really lean into Sam to help us out on this. So sometimes you find yourself with that blinking cursor. That blinking cursor can oftentimes be the time suck that really gets you. So if you click on the stars up here, you are going to be met with an objective. Now, if you have built any resources inside of SAM, you're going to think this is pretty familiar because this is exactly what it is. The objective is basically asking you, what are you looking to accomplish? So what we're going to do, and I'm going to paste this in because I wrote it beforehand just to make sure it worked for us, but we're going to go through this. And this would be what you would consider a prompt. If you were curious, it's kind of a prompt. We're prompting Sam what to do. So specifically for this email, this message rather, you need to create a friendly message that you can send to a past client to offer additional help after the real estate process to build a stronger relationship that reminds them to stock up on and replace their light bulbs. I went ahead and noted that I would attach a list of links with several common options to help them find the types they need. So I've given Sam what I'm looking to create, how I'm looking it to be written. It's friendly. It's written to a past client after the real estate process. And what is it hoping to accomplish? To build a stronger relationship and to remind them, right? So from here, all we have to do is hit submit, and Sam's going to think about it. and then he's going to pop something out for us. Now, this is where one of my favorite concepts comes into play, and it's called discernment, right? And discernment is a fancy word for proofread. I like to say you would never give your assistant full access. You would never give them full access to just do whatever they would like. And so you want to make sure that you're also never giving Sam full access. You wouldn't just create this, save it, and run away, right? You can see it created something, and we're going to go through it real quick. It may not be exactly what we need just yet. So it does require a little bit of finessing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this, and it throws the subject line down there as well. Maybe that's not a good subject line for this specific email. Build a stronger relationship and shine a light on your home. Well, maybe we don't need to call attention to the building a stronger relationship. Just maybe shine a light on your home. Now, here's something that we could do. I was talking about merge fields. Let's make it a little bit more specific to this person. So we can add a merge field into the subject line. So now it's going to say something like, shine a light on your home, Cody, when I was to receive this email, right? Here's a prime example of why we need to proofread this. Dear client first name. That's not actually a merge field. It just inserted it right there. So we need to go ahead and we need to do a little cleanup. Now, the difference in the merge fields from the subject line being over here on the right-hand side to the actual merge field in the editor is there's two buttons. You might, what? That's crazy. But that's exactly what that's for. So dear contact first name, that is the correct merge field. Now, something else that is kind of easy for us to see is when we need to shift paragraphs, it doesn't have a space between it. Now, that's something that I need to work on the back end. Hopefully that'll get fixed soon. But also, it's a kind of an easy way for us to quickly move through, and I can just add spaces. Once I go through and add all the different spaces, I can go ahead and we can work through this. We can kind of figure out what's going on, make sure it looks good. Now, because I did add that I was going to list the options, Sam did a great job of filling in an area for me to add that information, which is really cool. And so this is going to help me in just a second. So here, it's not using merge fields like they would. Now the signature is correct, but what it's doing is it's telling us or indicating to us, hey, this is where that information should go. So your name is actually going to be, I'm just going to search name. It's actually going to be the profile team member name. We're the team member, right? Your company, so forth and so on. We're going to look through this, see how the email reads, and then we can kind of work through some of these different specific details. Now, what I will do, I will throw this specific prompt right under this video so you guys can use it yourself. You can adapt it however you need. Now, this is just the first template of a couple templates we're going to need for this post-sale world-class client experience. So you'll obviously need to adapt each of these just a little bit, but you're going to see using Sam to create these templates is actually much quicker than it would be to have to write it out. And even if we have to go through and we have to spend maybe 10 minutes editing, we never have to write it again. It's going to be well written. We didn't have to sit there and think about it for 10, 15, 20 minutes while it was coming to us. It was being channeled to us, right? So that's the power in it. Now, this is where we can start to infuse our own experience as a real estate agent, our own expertise, and our own flavor, right? So let's go ahead and let's look at it. Dear contact first name, I hope this email finds you well. It has been some time since we last worked together on your real estate journey, and I wanted to reach out and see how you're selling it to your new home. It's a little formal, so maybe I hope this email finds you well. Maybe we pull that. It has been some time since we last worked together. I don't know if I like that either. So maybe we do a couple tweaks there. As a real estate professional, we don't necessarily need to call that out. My commitment to my clients extends beyond the closing of the deal. I almost don't mind that formality of it. You're like making a personal statement of professionalism, right? So that's kind of cool. I genuinely care about creating a lasting relationship and ensuring your satisfaction in every aspect of homeownership. With that in mind, I wanted to offer my continued support and assistance whenever you may need it. Something like that, man, I would bold. When someone's reading an email and they're looking for bolds, they're looking for underlines, and they're looking for little snippets. No one's ever like sitting there reading it like a storybook. While going through the real estate process, we often discuss the impacts of maintenance and keeping your home in top shape. I'm sure you probably do. Today, I want to share a small tip to keep your home bright and energy efficient: replacing your light bulbs, right? So maybe we bold that. Maybe this gets underlined, and we could even go one step further if we wanted, and we could choose a color, maybe not something crazy. Maybe we highlight it, right? And it's yellow because it's a light bulb. I think that's fun. So light bulbs play a significant role in creating a comfortable environment, reducing energy consumption. Over time, they lose their brightness and become less efficient. My goodness. By periodically replacing your light bulbs, you can enhance the ambiance of your home and save some energy costs. We're going to definitely underline save some energy costs. Everyone wants to save. I'll even bold it. Heck yeah. To make this task easier for you, I've compiled a list of several common light bulb options along with their features and benefits. You can access this list by clicking on the link below. So here is where your list comes in. Now, we are going to dive in the very next step, how you're going to acquire this list. So I'm not going to spoil it. Now, once we have all of these different items from our routine categorized, we're going to go find them. We're going to get the specific link specifically for you. And we're going to take that link list and we're going to add it to this template. But that is where this will go. So oftentimes what I like to do when I'm creating these things and I'm not quite done with them, I like to set the color as red. That way I can see, ooh, that is not ready to go. Please take a moment, review this option and see if any of them fit your home lighting needs. Now, here's where you have an opportunity to really step up as the champion of their home. Now, you've been in this home a couple of times, hopefully. If you had done a good job of taking note of all of the different outlets, maybe taking note of the different size of the bulbs, and if you went even one step further in your closing gift, you included some light bulbs. So they had these light bulbs. Here in this, please take a moment to review the options and see what fits your needs. You could say specifically, hey, this light bulb specifically is going to be your best option. And you can assert yourself as the authority, as the expert in this specific matter because you did the research on it, right? So that's pretty cool. And not only in doing that, it just takes this need for them to have to go search down, oh, what type of light bulbs do I need? And then they have to come back to this email and they have to think about it. Well, at that point, they're not going to do it. That's too many steps in the process. So the more steps we can remove from the process for them, the more likely they are to click on that link, purchase it. We're just taking away obstacles, right? And taking away those obstacles, we become the obstacle remover. Even if they're the one performing the action, we were still the one who removed the obstacle. That's pretty cool, right? So now you're the helpful real estate agent, not just during the sale, but after the sale. So anytime they think of, hey, does anyone have a great real estate agent? They're going to think of you because you're the real estate agent that keeps helping them again and again and again. And this is the power of the post-sale world-class client experience, right? So if you have any questions or require further assistance, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Now, I could probably make that a little bit more customized, more personalized, more formal, or less formal. And then it says, remember, maintaining your home is an ongoing process. Should you ever need recommendations for other maintenance tasks, professional services, or have any real estate related inquiries, feel free and contact me at any time. Now, this is really cool because this is our call to action. This is where we offer additional help, additional support, and we have an opportunity to basically ask for the referrals, basically ask for the recommendations that we can use on our website, the testimonials, if you will, without actually having to truly ask for them. Say, hey, will you write a nice testimonial about me? No, 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 no. If they had a good experience, they will write that testimonial for you. It's how it works. People are more than happy to share. So if they have a referral, they're going to share because you're the person who knocked it out of the park, right? And this is an opportunity. It reminds them they're primed. So now anytime anyone's talking to them, hey, do you have a great real estate agent? Boom. They remember this. You recently shared with them, hey, if you have any real estate inquiry referrals, boom. Right. So this is the power of it, guys. I hope you're really getting this. I hope you're getting excited because I can feel the commissions coming in. I can feel your business growing and I can feel your success. I can feel it, right? Your satisfaction and happiness in your new home is my top priority. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your real estate journey. I'm looking forward to hearing how you're enjoying your new home. Wishing you a bright and joyous day. So boom, now we have a pretty great email. I would say at least a 7 out of 10. It's going to be an 8.5 out of 10 once we make these edits. Once we get that list built in, it's going to be a 9.5 out of 10. Now think about that. A 9.5 out of 10. So this is where building out these custom templates can be really powerful. Now from here, all we have to do is we have to go ahead and build out each of the templates for all of the different pieces of the routine. This is going to take a little bit of time, so you do have a little bit of homework in this one, but I'm going to provide the prompt for you for this specific light bulbs message. Now, from here, all you have to do is adapt that for the objective of each of the different ones, and you're well on your way. So this one's going to be really easy. And as you're having the opportunity to go through and build out these messages, have a little fun with it. Really infuse your personality and yourself into all of these messages. You're not going to be sorry for doing it. And the really cool thing, in marketing, we have this concept called A/B testing. Now, what this means is oftentimes if I was to place an ad, I would have two different ads that I would place that would be slightly different. And I'm going to watch to see who engages with which more, right? And at some point, I'm going to go, okay, this one has much more engagement. Let's use this one. And so we choose this, and this becomes our set. So we can kind of do this with these messages too. As people are working with us, as they're receiving these messages, we can kind of observe, okay, who is receiving these messages, who's clicking on these links, and who is going through the process, and which emails are kind of they're missing, right? And so if we have a lot of emails that are missing, we can look through, okay, well, how can I make it better? How can I condense it? How can I make it more personalized? Now, at some point, we're going to have the perfect message that's going to have the perfect list. And the perfect list is going to be sent to our post-sale world-class client experience clients. And boom, now we have a system that is going to be able to scale with our business. Now, it doesn't matter if we have 10 transactions, if we have 10,000 transactions, this system is in place to work for us. So this is really cool. I'm so excited. So go ahead, grab the objective down below, start building out your light bulbs template right through it, and then start going through your routine and building out each of the different templates for all of this. And then after that, we're going to connect all the dots and we're going to finish up nice and strong.